Folks, is it just me or are these condos getting worse? I'll get into that and then the latest home prices and insights for condos across the GTA for week ending May 22nd, 2024. You know, condos, they're a fantastic solution for a lot of people. Condos are not for everybody, but if you're looking to live close to where you work, if you're looking to live in an area that has just a lot of shops and restaurants and kind of be in the thick of things, downtown, for example, or if it's just straight out affordability, or you don't want to deal with the backyard, condos are a great solution for many, many, many people. But is it just me or is the quality of some of these new builds getting worse? I walked into a new build with my buyer clients the other day, and in the hallway, the wallpaper is starting to peel off. This building is a little over a year old, that's it. And the wallpaper in the hallway is already peeling off. We're seeing just the quality. You could walk into some of these, again, newer builds. I'm not talking something that's 20, 30 years old. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. It's a new construction built condo. And man, the noise complaints, we get them all the time. People complaining they can hear their neighbors and so forth. But, we had one where we see a lot where the sliding door, we go to a ton of showing where the bedroom is no longer a swinging door, traditional swinging door. It's a sliding door. And okay, so it's a sliding door. No big deal, right? But when you go to close the door, at the bottom of the wall that goes straight across, there's a baseboard. Well, the door actually stops at the baseboard, so there's a gap of about an inch or so, and it doesn't go all the way to the wall. Like, did nobody think about this? Did they build this whole building like this where you can't close your bedroom door? We had a listing where it did go to the wall, the sliding door, but you close the door, you turn your back to look at something else, you go to look at the door again, and it's slowly opening. The door, you couldn't keep the bedroom door closed. Naturally, we had to get this fixed before we went on to the market. It's not that big of a deal, but yeah, it's a big deal. Your bedroom door should close, but not this one. It was slowly opening again. And so we had to get that fixed. Because we know buyers that go in, and I experienced this with my buyer clients, they'll go in, and we've all heard the expression, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Well, buyers, whether they realize it or not, they'll see one problem, and yeah, maybe it's an easy fix. Like we'll see cupboards many times that don't properly close or they're misaligned. Well, once you start seeing 1, 2, 3 of these little things that could easily be fixed, you start to wonder, maybe subconsciously, you wonder, what else is wrong? What am I not seeing? These are the problems I could visually see. These are the quality deficiencies I could see. What am I not seeing? What's going on behind the walls? What's going on with the plumbing? When you start seeing some of these deficiencies, that's where I get buyers now trying everything. They turn on the water and they do this and they do that, and rightly so. They want to make sure everything is working properly, and they still have doubts because they're wondering, what are they missing? What are they not seeing? What else is wrong? And it's a shame because these are newer built type condos. You expect better quality. I mean, as time goes on, we should be building better and better and better. But it's not always looking like that. We're seeing more and more deficiency, silly things, quality things. Is this the builder's way of trying to deal with the crisis? Is affordability? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the issue is because prices are not coming down with the new construction. There's so many of these silly deficiencies that if somebody just paid a little bit more attention, or not even more attention, did what they're actually supposed to do, everything should we work. Patio doors. You know how difficult it is to find patio door in a condo that actually works properly, that closes? Is it just me in my experience? Those of you that have experienced this, please let me know in the comments below. Maybe you live in a condo, maybe you used to live in a condo, maybe you know somebody else that lives in a condo and you notice these things. Let me know what you're seeing below. Is it just me noticing that the quality is deteriorating, or are other people noticing this also? Let me know in the comments below. If you feel this video can help somebody pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, subscribe. And if you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. Up here, there's a link to my calendar. Below this video in the description, there's a link. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you. We'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the numbers. Here we go, folks. We're talking about condo apartments for the GTA, but I'm breaking it down between Toronto, York Region, and Peel Region condos. Here's a summary of average sold prices. It's one of the rare occasions where York Region has a higher average sold price than what the City of Toronto condos have. Peel is kind of steady at the bottom here. Usually, almost always, the Peel Region condos have a lower average sold price. Then it's York Region, then it's the City of Toronto, but York and Toronto, as I'm saying, have reversed orders there. So let's take a look at the City of Toronto. Sales continuing to fall, but it dropped quite a bit. It's 167 condos were sold for week ending May 22nd. 21 of those were at $1 million or more. That number compared to the previous week didn't change by much, but sales way down. And I'm wondering, is it because of the long weekend that this week it just dropped more so than it has the previous week? Average sold price, we went from 757 to 715,000. We've not seen an average price of that low since, when we came out of since January, when we came out of the Christmas New Year's season. That's the only time this year. We're at 715. There was 1 week here, first week of February, then in the middle of February, the end of February. But other than that, 715 is a super low week for average sold price. And I'm wondering, is that because of the long weekend? I know in the detached market that I spoke about in yesterday's video, whoa, we came to the long weekend, average price plummeted. It's maybe just a long weekend thing, so we need to wait and see a little bit there, but you got to wonder. Compared to last year, 715,000 is 7% lower than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 9% lower than where we were this time a year ago. Both median price and average price were climbing, but these last few weeks looks like prices have been turning down. And again, is this the new normal, or is it gonna change on the other side of the long weekend? 167 were sold, 29% sold at list price or more. That percentage has been dropping. Listings have been coming down, but active listings is still growing. So sales are coming down, active listings is growing. Listings itself individually is dropping. Months of inventory way up there to 7 months of inventory. Very much overall, the City of Toronto, very much a buyer's market, a heavy buyer's market when it comes to condo apartments. But that's the whole City of Toronto. Let's take a closer look when we break Toronto down into different neighborhoods. We've got 9 different neighborhoods here. We're saying months of inventory, 7 for all of Toronto. Well, let's look at some of the different neighborhoods here. Scarborough, 6.7 months of inventory, still a buyer's market over there. Rexdale, 4.6, more of a balanced market. Etobicoke, top end of a balanced market, or at the bottom end of a buyer's market. But then you've got some other areas here. Let's look at the downtown core here. Downtown, Midtown at 7, Uptown at 7.1 months of inventory. Downtown, 9.7 months of inventory. An extreme buyer's market. There are 1,970 active listings, condos available for sale just in the downtown core. 1,970. 47 sold. That's 2.4% of all condos available for sale just in the downtown core have sold. 2.4% of what's available for sale. Think about those numbers for a second. Think about what you have to do if you're coming onto the market right now. If you're a condo seller and these are the kind of numbers in the downtown core, you got your challenges. You got to really align yourself with somebody that's going to help you overcome some of those challenges. Here's York Region condos. 31 were sold for week ending May 22nd. 4 of those were at $1 million or more. It's not often that we'll see 4, but average sold price shot way up to $754,000 for this week. Is that a long weekend thing? The fact that 4 of them sold. When it comes to the long weekends, excuse me, any long weekend, I'm always a little skeptical about those numbers. Is that the new reality, or is it just, a blip and that's it, and then we're back to normal after that? Compared to last year, 754, it's only 2% higher than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 3% lower year over year. 31 were sold, only 13% sold at list price or more. That percentage is coming down. 108 were listed. Active listings has been trending up, but for this 1 week, it came down just by 4 listings, so it's pretty much the same. Months of inventory sitting at 5.6 months of inventory. It's a buyer's market. Peel condos sales dropped to 33 sales. 2 of those were sold at $1 million or more. 615 is the average sold price. Overall, as far as a trend, I would say prices are trending up for condos across Peel region, but they did come down versus the previous week. Compared to last year, 615,000 is 6% lower than the average price a year ago. The median price is 5% lower. 33 were sold, 21% sold at list price or more. Listings is also down. Active listings is increasing. Months of inventory just on the other side of a balanced market. So we're into a buyer's market now at 5.1 months of inventory. Here's a quick summary. Pretty obvious. Buyer's market, top end of a balanced market. Seller's market, not likely. There are still condos selling at list price or more. There will be condos that have multiple offers. They are few and far between. Excuse me. Even in whatever market you in, there's going to be sellers pricing so aggressive, you can't help but to attract the buyers to your condo versus all the other condos out there. But generally speaking, we're pretty much in a buyer's market when it comes to condos across the GTA. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.